Let's now focus on the upcoming match. Ultra, Legion, Gunrunner, that'll be hardpoint to start things off unless we've had a big shift from League Ops in our best of 5. We'll start in hardpoint and we'll immediately enter a pause. I'm sorry, guys. We'll get into it as quickly as we can. I love each and every one of you.
Hello.
Oh, come on! Yes! Oh, I'm on screen. Hi.
Yeah. I didn't know either.
I was dancing. I don't really know what this whole thing is, but that's all I've got.
I was looking at my stat sheet.
Yeah, I was over there. The fans are amazing. No one should ever see those dance moves. I sincerely apologize.
They've gotten better over time.
No, they have not. No, they have not. But I'm not sure if it's a controller issue, tech issue with one of the systems up there, but they're getting it set to go.
They want you to wave.
Oh, wave high! Yes! I love them. I love them. I'm back. That's the only issue I have. It's difficult to hear them sometimes, so I've got like half my headset on. But all right, we're back in. Can we make some noise? Match 1 has started. Thank you. All right, right into the hard point we go.
Don't know why we keep coming up on camera, but we'll get into the game now.
Yeah. It's gameplay time. Gameplay time. Well, as a mindful, I'm never looking at the camera. I'm typically looking at everything that I shouldn't be looking at, but I'm an insane person.
Well, right away, Paris, they're trying to do what they can. Their focus is on that depot. Toronto, they do have one player all the way towards the back. That's going to be Vance trying to do what he can. Not a lot of time earned for either team. Both just fighting for spawns for the second hill.
And he hasn't been able to flip yet. But Vance is trying to do it. But look at it. He's just in a sea of orange.
Yeah, he's being hunted, and Luke is able to win that. So he's going to win that gunfight.
I don't know how he just picked him from top AC there.
The MP5's really good.
Yeah. I was thinking he had the high ground there. That's an easy kill for Vance, but he's going to get dropped. 5 total points now scored through the opening 40 seconds of hardpoint number 1. 4 drop, 4 ultra. And Paris Legion have done, they haven't put up any points. Shox is on a 5 spree, but they've held the right side of the map, and that's the big thing.
I think one good thing is, right, the guns seem to be warm, right? Shox is already on a 5. Luca's already got 4 kills into his name. You have some map pressure here. You see one player who's pushed up towards train tracks. You have one guy in bathrooms as well. Usually what we see is so much pressure just early on inside the hill. A lot of contests, and sometimes it can be tough to sort of give yourself a fresher breath air, but right now with that map pressure, well, it's gone away, but they've got themselves 20 points already.
Oh yeah, I mean, there was 10 seconds where they were trying to kill Shox. Like, he was in bathrooms and they had to deal with him. I think I saw 4 white arrows turn to try and lock him down. They get through that first wave. Now the second hit, can they get progress in? But so much time has already gone through. Dins is set up, still making plays. 5 in a row, 6 in a row for Dins. The 7th has been spotted. He's gonna drop as well. It's a Shox-Dins duo keep lighting it up on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they were the duo that just led the way in respawns in Minnesota, and they're starting that off hot right now. Toronto, it's gonna be their turn to answer back as they rotate towards minecart. Den's trying to keep this up. That's gonna be 8 in a row for him, just trying to stay alive, wait for his teammates. The next hill will pop. You see Cammy right outside the door. Dens, are you going to be ready for this? Now he is. As the door's wide open, not going to finish the gunfight.
Yeah, catches the door to the face as he tries to burst on through. Finally, some life in the kills department for Ultra. They've been able to get set up in minecarts. They're dealing with the pressure coming down that central lane. They've also cleared out vents for now. A good chance to get right back into this, and they had to have a hold. This is the big moment in the game where you're looking like a 110 scoreline versus a tie game, depending on the hold.
I mean, nobody from Paris has gotten a kill for so long besides Zed right there. They have so much map position. You haven't even gotten a contest yet from Paris. No smokes have been in position. The trophies have been down for Toronto. Methods is in a position he wants to be with this M4.
And this is a hard point that can be a money hill of sorts, but usually it's pretty scrappy, right? Like,
very
just
scrappy.
due to smoke grenades, and as soon as you get control of vent room, you can flood, you get that close spawn. But that's one of the better holds we saw in the opening, 40 or so seconds from Ultra. That was splendid stuff, and they bring it almost within 10 points.
A great job as you take a look at the scoreboard. Nothing too crazy on either side. Even after Dens, he went on 7 kills in a row. It was such a good hold at minecart that everybody's around even. I mean, you do look at Looney though, he's 10-3. He's on a 4 spree right now. Cammy inside of crates, and what Toronto's trying to do, they're playing a little bit conservative towards this 4th hill, towards the left side of the map. They're going to try to do what they can, because we saw this yesterday with Chicago and Dallas. Dallas was so focused on this rotation towards the 4th hill that Chicago just ate up so much time here at this crate spawn.
With 20 seconds left. What can they do to try and burst on through? They're still spawning out deep if you're Ultra. Paris should have a good chance again. Much better job on first and potentially, or sorry, on fourth. A chance to get a ton of time at Warehouse once they get the rotation out. But Ultra have it locked down. Can they hold this push coming through? Now come flying in Legion, looking for any kind of opening they can. They have pushed out the minecart. They're at the back left truck. One person got through. I think that was Kismet that found an opening down the mid lane. That might open it wide up. Kismet gets two. Challenges for the third. Kismet goes nuts and just opens up this offensive presence from Ultra. That's everything you could ask for. It's enough to at least get a contest for now. And look how deep out Ultra is now spawning back towards the previous hard point.
Yeah, it's going to come down to these young fights inside this hill right now. In Classic, he's able to find his third kill inside here. He has the help of Cammy and Methods. In Toronto, it got scary. I thought Kismet made the play. He did such a good job finessing around those middle doorways, finding 3 kills, but it was Classic inside the hill. His two-piece really allowed Toronto to come up off spawn.
And look at the minimap all the way on the right side. That's Looney already trying to flip these spawns if he can and make a play in the back. Classic, though, currently on an 8 spree as he looks to continue to line them up. He'll drop, the 8 spree will end, but he's out to 19 and 13. Now you can see Looney just tucked away in the back. And this isn't even for this particular hardpoint necessarily. It's really trying to make a play for next, which we saw Vance try to do the first time through. All the kills come in. What happens with the spawn? There's still one player here, and that's enough to get the close spawn. Having one player alive sometimes is all you need for Legion there.
It's unreal. I mean, it's just like they did everything correct there, but those squad spawns can be so tough at times. And the good thing is they've been able to get time. Paris has been so focused on this. They've gotten at least 20 seconds towards this center platform. But they would have loved to flip out if they could.
Yeah, and that early positioning from Looney makes them have to do that, right? Like, they have to try and deal with it early, and I think he nailed it. It takes so much pressure, alleviates so much from that first hard point. Lead now hovering around 40 for Ultra. Warehouse, so good. Sorry, Depot, so good for Legion last time we were here. Can they do an incredible job again? That's where Dins went on the big streak, Shocks went on the big streak. Those two Australian vets really took over. And is it Shocks and Bathroom again? I think no, this time it was Zed, but he's going to get taken out a lot earlier in the hard point. So this should mean pressure from Ultra a lot earlier in this hard point.
Yeah, but they're a little bit staggered right now. Like, they're going one at a time. It was Bans, then it was Methods. You want to go together behind those smokes, at least get some trades so you can get some contested. But it feels like the 5-man pushes just haven't been there for Toronto quite yet. They're not waiting for one another, and you're seeing what's happening. This is just turning into easy time for Paris. Even right now, it's a 2-3 split from Toronto. They're not getting the kills and trades that they want. Finally, Looney and Cammy doing what they can as they smoke through the front door.
Do you think because how close the spawns are in this game, it almost like promotes staggered pushes because you're like, oh, I'm 10 feet away, just go, go,
yeah,
go.
Well, it should be easier though, right? Just wait 2 more seconds.
You would think, but well, in previous hardpoints, you like had to wait though.
Yep.
Like you had such a hike across the map, like you had to make sure you waited. You were just going to get smoked. I feel like in this you can get away with that staggered approach at times, but there it didn't look great, and Legion right back into it. Now trailing by 8 after a massive hold. Now Ultra were splendid here at Minecart. Last time they locked it down with a vengeance. Can they do it yet again? Here comes the big wave from Legion. It's Methods with that M4 trying to look over the top, but Din's gonna get the nice pick from the backside. Unfortunately for them, you still have Classic at the minecart, incredible cover, and he is going in. One flanking almost towards the backside. I thought he had brilliant timing to get it. Who was that pushed through? Looney.
Yeah, Looney made his way all the way up the middle, but once again, it's just vet room control. Right now by Toronto Ultra, it's Cammy, it's Classic. They're not allowing the pressure to get there from Paris.
Classic at 8 in a row earlier in this game. He had 7 in a row there before he dropped. He's up to 30 and 19. He's got almost 10 more kills than everybody on the Legion side. What a great game from Classic. But it's Kismet popping up with a triple kill. He did that last time when he tried to get into Warehouse. He's still in there. Kismet's still going off inside. Finally, he will end up falling.
And this needs to be a big hill, I just think, for Paris, right? To get yourself back into the game. As you do have Warehouse control for Toronto.
Kismet is so good at breaking in there. I know it's not when that hard point's popping, it's a different scenario, but like he just goes soaring in and seems to find multi-kills so easily. He comes up spawn, finds 2 more. He's only 23 and 27, but I feel like his kills are coming in flurries.
But you see Paris, Toronto, that's what you want though if you're Paris. I mean, you would love to flip the spawn, but they've gotten a minimum of 20 seconds here so far. Got them right back into the game. We've seen teams be able to break Warehouse. It's not impossible. I think it's easier than Depot, that second hill. It's going to be within 20 seconds now, and you already have some pressure here. I mean, Zed's here. He does get taken down, so Toronto all the way pushed back. This is great for Paris, though, because this is going to allow you to get pushed up.
A lot of these hardpoints haven't been very scrappy, right? Like, it's been like solid 40 to 50-point holds back and forth. Just a slugfest. Who's going to break first and not be able to lock it down?
Still have a pretty staggered push, even from Paris. I mean, I know the hill just popped, but you had a couple of players so much further than the others. Now everybody gonna get together. Zed, he's able to notice that Cammy spawns out, and that's big.
It was Kismet, the playmaker, last time. Can he do it again? Nope, Looney's got his number this time. With the contest, at least here for now, but it was only for a moment. They contest a couple of seconds, then Ultra clears it out. And due to the position, I believe that's of Looney, the spawn comes out pretty darn far. Like, they're all the way at, like, backside minecart. So that's a 10-second rally to even get close to it. Allows the strength of position to build for Ultra. And just another really good hold.
And it's from within the hill. Like, you're spawning at a similar distance, but all of Toronto backed on up. Now, the risk of that when you don't have really someone that far pushed out is if you go down, the spawns flip, they have full control. But, I mean, they capitalize. Once again, it's Bans who's on a force free. It just feels like someone's always going big at this hill for Toronto. You love to see Classic and Bans both at 33 kills.
Ultra can smell the win. 14 more points needed. Still putting emphasis on the depot side of the map. But they surely would love to just close it out here. A nice one-on-one win from Vance. We know how hard it is to accrue time at this central hard point. Now 10 away as Looney keeps it rolling. Two big ones from him. As Legion are now in full-on panic mode. I mean, they can't even really worry about setting up for Depot. They just need to get them out of the hard point, make sure they can't close it out here. Will they even be able to do it? 4 are going to drop for Legion. A split spawn comes in for them. In the hard point still is Ultra. And there's the map 1 victory for Toronto. To Ramazo we go. Have to favor Toronto when it comes to search and destroy, but don't count out Paris.
Yeah, I think one of the keys that, you know, when you have that big roster, you're going to be rotating people in and out. Where does it probably affect you the most is search and destroy. I think search and destroy just comes down to repetitions time and time again, and players being used to different play calls, where they're supposed to go and throughout those different steps. So this could be one where, like, you know, maybe Bans gets lost a little bit, but we'll see.
Loading on in. Kismet, can he take over this game and even up our series at 1 apiece, or to Ultra start to run away with this one? Seems like nobody's safe. We've already had a couple of reverse sweeps within the last like 12 hours. Watching it from the defensive end of things as Kismet got into the B building. We'll swap over to the Ultra side. They look to be favoring A as they push up rugs towards construction. Looney's in trouble.
What's nice about Ramaza, I mean, you can play both bomb sites. Both bomb sites are very, very, you know,
viable.
That's the word I was looking for.
Gotcha, buddy. That's my biggest. I hate that when commentating when it's like one word eludes you. It's like I can't think of what I was going to say. You just freeze up. Happens all the time. But Cammy is able to get the first blood. We'll take down one. They've got mid-map control, rug control, cafe control.
And they don't know this, but there's a 3-stack towards A right now for Paris. Like the best play would just be to rotate to B. A is almost a bit of a trap. And we'll see. Still a minute to work with.
That's a big difference with that additional 30 seconds right on the round timer.
Feels like they're just going to wait for dead silence, maybe make a push together, try to catch one player off guard. And Ramaza is very easily a map you can rotate, but they're going to commit to A. We're behind that smoke. You see everybody starting to get together. You still have a player top cafe. He's watching the rotation inside the window.
Nice nade.
Nice nade, but Looney, he gets taken down. That's what I was saying. There's 3 players here from Paris. It was such a long wait that they rotated over.
I think Ultra were hoping they wait long enough, maybe they'll rotate out, but that wasn't the case. This is about as good as it can get defensively. But 2 players kind of running by each other, I believe, towards the B site. It's going to be Shocks that gets through. He gets taken down from behind. Now going to be a 3 versus 1. It's all going to fall to Den, so it looked like a very scary situation for Ultra. Turns into a W. Once Looney fell, I thought maybe they were going to be in trouble, but Ultra able to break in.
Cammy opened things up inside construction. I think he was the one who found the first blood. Then he waited under that bridge for his dead silence. That just meant as soon as he popped it, it's time to make a play. You can finesse around construction so well. And Cammy, he finishes with 3 in the round.
Yeah, big round from Cammy. See if he can add on to that. Den's only one that gets a kill for Paris Legion, but couldn't clutch up in the final 1v3. Legion looked to favor the B site. 3-pronged defense from Ultra and a quick rotation possible, but it's classic, just flying right into the smoke. Methods is going to line 2 up. It's already a 5v3 early in this one. Big play from Methods early. The flank is already coming in. Zed and company going to be in trouble. They get the kills at the front. They already have one focusing towards the back flank as well. But Zed has gotten now pushed up the bomb.
Vance just has to stay alive right here. Never mind, now he definitely
How does this go from a 5v3 to a did they even get a kill after it was a 5v3?
No. Methods,
how does Legion come away with a victory there?
I mean, they read the flank well, but you had 2 pushed onto the bomb site, and with all the smokes that happened, it just felt like you saw Classic's point of view. He had no idea they were crossed. They just had no information. I have no idea how that falls apart.
Well, it's great from Paris Legion because they had to make a play. Like if they don't get through the front line quickly, they're getting flanked. But as soon as it seems like they're in trouble, they get 2 kills on the site opens up and they take over. But that's a round you're going to wish you had back if you're Ultra. A 5v3 cannot fall apart like that after the hot start from Methods. Looney's got the sniper within this round. Methods pushed up towards the Ruins cover. I thought he was dead, but apparently no angle behind that smoke. So Bance is able to get 1 kill before he drops, and Methods actually stays up. Now a 4v1 for Ultra. Yeah. Cammy on these offenses has been huge.
Yeah, him and Classic, they just worked bottom cafe right there. I mean, middle was open last offensive round for them. It's open again. They're able to get through cafe. Luca now, in a 1 versus 2, is able to get the bomb carrier. The problem is, though, has to defuse this bomb. 7.5 seconds it takes to defuse. You do have the players pretty split, though, from Toronto. He has to find this player inside as fast as possible. Might get good timing here. He's going to spot Cammy, and Cammy, once again on an offense, finds 3 kills. Has led the way for Ultra so far.
Well, who's going to be able to win a defense is the question, at least early in this one. 3 offensive victories in a row. And Ultra can thank Cammy for their 2. Things started out so well for Ultra defensively last time. Legion tried to hit B, 2 fall, and somehow they come away with a miracle victory.
And what we saw, I think, throughout Minnesota as the game sort of evolved throughout the weekend is teams are okay retaking A. You can just have one player play towards A, forward towards B in Cafe, and then sort of back their way on up to retake the A bomb sites, similar to what we're seeing right here from Toronto Ultra. So Looney, he's going to get that information. He's going to back on up. They know they have B secure. They're A-okay with this. Now they can rotate over.
Cammy's got Dead Silence popped in the corner, but he's going to get read like a book. He will get dropped. Looney answers back. Now the rotation comes in. It's about to be madness on the A site. Zed just tries to work the plant, but his teammate drops at the same time, so he's going to go ahead and have to hop off of that. 3 versus 3. Make it 3 versus 2. Now edge to the offense yet again. Working towards backside rugs that I believe is going to be Methods. He might be the one that has the chance to make the play, but both players lose their one-on-ones from Toronto. And it's another offensive win as Legion bring us to 2 apiece.
Yeah, I like the patience from Legion, right? You don't commit to the bomb when you don't have to. You don't have anybody watching over them, so they take their time. They all win their individual gunfights. But you saw what I was saying from Toronto. They just send one towards A. They play the information. And then they start to rotate over. I thought they were going to get back into that round.
Yeah, I think, honestly, if Cammy gets a kill there in the corner where he's tucked away with Dead Silence, it probably goes a whole lot differently. But he just gets, I don't know if he gets pre-fired or instantly challenged, but they read his little pocket he was in.
Talks about Cammy, but Den's on the other side, 8-2.
Yeah, he's having a huge game. This looks similar to what we saw on offense from Ultra in round 1. A little bit different offensively from Legion. I believe that round 1's we talked about the fact they had a 3-stack at A. 2 players there this time around. But they can rotate out like we just saw from Ultra. Slowly beginning this progression from rugs.
There's that rotation.
Over to construction. That's going to be, I believe, Kismet will be the first man back, and I think Zed's going to be joining him momentarily as they've seen nothing, heard nothing on B. Cammy's been the hero of these offenses, all 6 kills. And there are 2 offensive rounds.
And he loves to go on late flanks as well. So watch that middle arrow because he's done it a few times. He did it last round. Well, he will just work his way through B. Looney trying to find a first blood. Knows Kismet could be up there. Kismet's ready for it, though.
Nice reaction time there from Kismet to get the opening kill. Cammy, though, still alive in this round, so you never know what he's going to get done on offense.
There's that rotation out.
Here they wrap back. Cammy's just been waiting at Cafe. I'm not sure if he's top or bottom. He's bottom Cafe, so he's just been chilling on this side, trying to listen for any kind of movement, likely in rotation. He might have heard multiple players kind of wrap back towards A.
Now's the time to yell. Like, they have to go. You still have 3 players from Paris today. They're going to figure it out sooner or later. You see one player starting to cheat his way on over. That's going to be Zed. Shox is able to find 1 kill, but there's a fast trade, so the bomb site's now open.
Does he finish the plant before the peak comes in? He's going to get it off. He's going to drop right after. The big thing is he got the plant down, right? Almost got caught, but he's going to finish it. Now going to be 2 versus 2. It's, I believe, Din's working all the way towards the flank on Ruins. Mid-Cafe, you've got Kismet. Ultras have to hold, but Kismet going to get the pick. Now it's on Cammy, yet again in an offensive round. This time he has to clutch up in a 1v2. Just has to hold for about 15 seconds. There's the check. There's the kill. Just gets away with his life. It got scary for a moment. Almost Kismet with the snapper. Nice shots from Dins, though. What a one-on-one win. Cammy, I think Kismet did just enough damage there where Cammy's weak enough that Dins gets that kill before he gets behind the steps.
Yeah, I mean, Cammy's just worried he has dead silence somewhere. There's so many different angles to check when you're in that position, but I think you can just go prone and just sort of play your time. Right, Kismet gets on it at about 17, but yeah, just that last bullet.
Yeah, he rips his Achilles off. Like, he only hits 2, so Kismet did enough there to make him weak.
Yep.
Otherwise, he likely gets behind cover. The first defensive victory comes behind Legion. They'll now take control of this game, too. We'll hop out and look at the minimap just to see the offensive and defensive breaks. Legion look to firmly get Cafe control.
Cafe, yeah, heavy Cafe. Classic, he hears one. He's going to spot Zed. Is Zed going to be ready for this? Nope, he just knocks on the door, says hello. Now he's going to close it. See ya.
Yeah. Knock, knock, Nicky D here.
I believe he may have bomb down as well. Now, the goal for him, just try to stay alive, is able to get away. Don't.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying, why?
Do not go in there.
Mr. Knock Knock. Ah, screw it. All right, at this point, just do it. You're full health. Just hammer it on through.
Yeah, this is the guy to do it. Kismet on the other side. I think he hears him work his way back up. Nice job by Classic. He doesn't have to repeat there.
Well, think about it. You send 3 to Cafe. Classic really by himself on defense, and he's just finessed his way to 2 kills. Cammy now involved in the party, 5v2 with a minute left.
Well, Kismet's starting to work his way back. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to know he's there, but you see him crouching. Looney might have heard him. He might have heard him. Maybe his dead silence runs out at a wrong time. Cammy's ready for it. Kismet's really the playmaker here. He's able to find Cammy.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell they heard something just the way they reacted and the fact that Classic rotated.
They have numbers. Oh, Classic, he's going to find his 3rd of the round. Now it's all down to Luca. He's going to find one, has to get away. But the bomb, I think, is still top Cafe. And B-bomb's...
Yeah, it's still in the window room. It's been chilling for about a minute and a half.
B-bomb's open. They might give him this plant.
Yeah, we'll
so you see Methods is going to watch his cross. So there's the cross right there. He's going to call that out.
There he goes. He's going to get the peak. This timing could be horrible for Luca. No. For a second, he gets behind the cover. It smokes him, but great timing there from Methods. Paris gets their defensive win. Ultra gets their defensive win, and now we're back tied.
Starts with Classic, because what Zed's trying to do is get top Cafe and distract the players at B. When you send 2 low, they're just waiting to just sort of run out that door, right? They're waiting for the aim to be focused towards top Cafe, but because Zed goes down, they're sort of stuck down there.
Dude, that part of the map is stressful too. Yep. The audio, just due to all the little rooms, multi-floors. If you're the Cafe player, like, I don't know, it could just be a stressful area of the map, and Classic makes the best of it. They just want to soar in behind these smokes. One has already surged on through, and it's Classic. Again, just hammering on through. Takes 2 with them, but it's a 5v3. It's instantly a 3 versus 3. Now down to a 2v2. Around the edge goes Bance. 1 player left from Legion. That's going to be Luca. He was alone at A. Now he has to wrap back to the Toronto Massacre. Can he clutch up?
And I like this from Toronto. They're out towards A.
Dude, look at the minimap still is like the skulls. Like that's a feature we haven't had before. Like look at that area of the map, bro. Just everywhere, just body bags.
So the good thing for Luka here in this position is he's loading up his dead silence. So we may see him pop this. 1 versus 2, definitely winnable for Luka.
Now he knows what's up. How does he plan to attack this?
It's one of those, oh crap, it's at the wrong bomb site. So here we go. There we go, dead silence popped. 1-on-1 versus Cammy. Does he spot him? Does spot him.
1v1 now.
That dead silence is gonna reset, but there's just so many angles to check. Just gonna hop it.
He's on it. Does the peek come in? It's Bance that's gonna come check it. Does he get there in
It's
time?
done,
He's not gonna check it. In comes the defuse as Luka gets the 1v2 in the round win for Paris.
And I love that because what is Bance thinking? Cammy's watching that saying, hey, he has dead silence. It's going to reset. So Bance is thinking he's going to come from one of these different ways. I have to basically watch both angles, play a 50-50. But Luka just says screw it and hops on it.
You got to love that from the young player, Luka. He might only be 3-6, but that 1v2 clutch might be the biggest round of the game.
Cafe push coming from Paris. This time, though, Kismet, he's going to find Classic. Classic was pivotal in the previous defensive round for Toronto. There is a very quick trade. Min-map control right now for Paris. You have a 2-2 split on the Toronto side. As things start to slow down here a little bit.
Nice answer from Dens, brings it to 4 versus 4. What's the biggest change you've seen with the change in round timer?
It's long.
That's an easy answer. It's long.
I mean, teams just they have more time to rotate, right? Especially offense. You can sort of mess with the minds of the defense. Which side are they on? But with man advantage behind that first blood, it's going to be a 3v4, and it's basically all on the Bance because he's the only player here.
Yeah, this is a nasty pickup, though. Now, okay, never mind. Dens just rips him off the site. Not the easiest of kills, but Bance going to get caught. It's Methods and Cammy now remaining. Bomb getting planted for Paris as Ultra. We're in London, as Ultra will try to retake. Ooh, I thought it was a win. Dens has just dominated this round. I believe that's 3 now for Dens.
Dominated this map. He's 12-4.
Well, he answers. Think about how big that is from Dens. They're down in a 4v5. He gets the kill to even the odds. One of the harder kills on the map is ripping the person off that bomb site. Dens gets that skill as well. I think he gets the final 2 then. I believe it's 4 in the round from Dens.
Final 3, yeah.
Did he get a 5? No, 4, right?
4. But I mean, that's what I'm saying, right? I mean, Methods, he has to back up. That leaves Bance. And as a defense, I feel like it's almost better to just do things together and try to retake instead of spreading yourself so thin. Like you had one player in each position on the map.
What a map from Dens, 13-4. The action doesn't look to be coming to him, but he will be the first man to rotate, and that's exactly what he's going to do. You get some information. I believe that's going to be Luka on the other side. So Luka gets the information. Now they start to rotate, but look, there are players lurking inside a cafe. So Bance is getting information. I think he's just peeking out window. The arrow, white arrow you see mid-map. They're still going to go towards A. Does the flank get opened up, though, once those cafe players push on through? Luka with the first blood. Classic looking to get it planted. He'll get it down. He'll get out, but they're going to need help. I mean, he's in a 1-on-5 towards this site.
I mean, they're setting up the late flank again. That's Bance going all the way around. It just might be too late. I mean, this is a 3-on-5. And yeah, so Paris is just going to go. Kismet wins another one. They're going to pick up on this. They're going to know Bance is here on the late flank. Look at there's someone top construction. That's an easy read for Dens. That's a 5 spree. Paris. They tie this series up 1-1.
A wonderful win there from Paris. Dens with the huge map. Luka with the big clutch where the tides really turn. Like, Luka gets that clutch in the 1v2, and I think that's where things sort of unravel for Toronto. But I guess I just feel like if you're going to send 3 towards A, and you have 2 people mid-map, those 2 people, you can't just have a full-on rotation with no information and a 5-on-3 at the site. I mean, it's a 5-on-2, really.
Which direction is he coming from, right? Because he has Dead Silence popped instead. He just plays around
So you think kind of gifted to him by Ultra?
Yeah, I mean, it was a Christmas present. I mean, I know Christmas is 2 months ago, but yeah, that was a free one.
It's the moment that changed the game, but we're tied up 1-1. We're going to be going to domination, back to Gunrunner. I think Gunrunner was what, our 1-3-5 within this series. Anybody you give the edge to within this map 3?
Well, this is the one Toronto won yesterday against London. Bands had a great game. I mean, similar to what we saw in game 1. Maybe this is just a map him and Classic are comfortable on. So we'll see if Paris.
Big Ben, what can Vance do? As the opening break comes in, they work on the home cap and get immediately to B. Off to the races we go. And there's really just one player of B. It's gonna be Luka that's kind of holding it from the minecart, trying to get eyes on it. It's immediate push through from Legion. They're gonna be able to nade him off the site, get him off the home cap, instantly get in and try to take control of that. You just saw the focus from Legion, not on B to start. They really sent a lot in towards that C cap.
Yeah, it's an interesting call. I mean, Zed continues to just be a nuisance right now. And as the kills go down towards B, Kismet's gonna find 2. This could allow them to capture B. There is one player working his way through green around middle from Toronto, just trying to stay alive. But with Zed's positioning right now, the AB setup's going to be secured, and he continues. He's trying to find as many players as he can to keep him off C. Cammy finally shuts it down.
Just wondrous from Zed in the opening, as he's already got 4 kills and just makes that home cap.
You already have an 11-point lead.
So difficult. A minute in, not a lot of points have been scored, but I mean, really, just for Ultra, he got 3 points on the board. Is now they'll try and get aggressive towards B. Zed, maybe a chance to shut that down, though.
I think they saw him. Yeah, I think one player should have seen him come off spawn. So the neutral for B is going to be there. One player pushes on up a minecart. You still have Classic inside a vent room. They're going to secure B, so now a chance. But you see the response right away from Paris. They go straight to C. You have Luka who's already there. One player is capping it. Luka does get taken down, but it's Shocks who's going to neutral. They're just not allowing them to earn 2 flat points at a time.
Well, you know, you had that 5-second spawn delay, and because of his position towards C, they spawn all the way out the top right corner of it. But Paris already with a 13-point advantage. They take the search and destroy. They're looking to take control of the series. Let's go to an Astro Gaming listen-in with Paris Legion.
See him, I can't see him.
Yeah, he's there now.
One green. I could have got P3.
Still green.
One could push P3.
Could be wood. Green again. Remember, guys, take control.
Alright, bench green, tag.
Green, one shot.
I'm leaving him.
Green, I can't see green.
He's back. Classic their side call.
One is green. I'm gonna try to get P3. Hold off.
I'm green.
Nice. Good luck.
I needed you.
I'm just carrying green.
Lay down P3.
Holding
They could be P3 headed. They could be P3 headed.
Looney backtracks.
Yeah, P3. And ramp.
P3 headed, didn't hit. Make sure we got big guys.
Going to same.
Yeah, I was. Got me from P3.
You have a trophy, Luke.
Looney was back there, Luke.
Behind you, Luke, behind you.
On the P3 head, he's still. I'm going to smoke his head. Bathroom. Smoke red bomb. I'm in bathroom, yeah? Where is he, Luke? I can flank B.
Well, over the course of the listen-in, Ultra fight back into this. Currently with a 2 cap hold. They've flipped it. They'll lock down CMB. Cammy drops, but the rest of his teammates locating kills. Spawning back in deep warehouse will be Legion. They look for some kind of opening. They're trying to get in towards bathrooms, but it's Looney and Classic with the crossfire that are able to hold on there. So mid-map still locked down. One's going to sneak through. That Shocks the chance to maybe neutral yet again. But it looks, I thought for a second maybe Shocks was going to go ahead and just play the flank, try and be aggressive towards B, but he has a teammate inside of green, so he's just going to go ahead and neutral yet again, wins his one-on-one, makes things incredibly scrappy, but now look, because of his position, the spawns end up getting flipped. 2 are going to spawn in the back. I think that's Bance that spawns all the way over towards A, and it's just kind of chaos in the map right now.
Yeah, Paris is playing this very interesting. Like, there's not a lot of pressure towards the B side, so Toronto's just being able to hold that down. Classy trying to stay up. It almost feels like what they're trying to do is put so much pressure towards C, it forces players to back up, you win those gunfights, then that's your chance to sort of pounce on B. But Toronto still have some control. Methods here with a chance. Maybe B to defend this flag. I thought this Semtex was going to hit. It doesn't. So Paris, they're going to take B. They don't finish it quite yet. Still not done. Still hasn't been finished. So classic Looney Bins, they find 3 kills, and that secure doesn't go down.
Yeah, that's like a centimeter away, right? A centimeter away from me to cap for Paris is going to turn into 1 for Ultra now as they look to push out towards minecarts. Can they get it done? There's the secure of the B site. Once again, it's Shocks. He's been the guy consistently pushing over towards C. Looking to get the neutral again. Can't get it done. This time he gets picked up. Bance does a good job of making sure that can't come in. They still have a guy lurking in bathrooms. I think that's Zed that's waiting to pounce on Charlie as Toronto continues to hold B. And there's going to come in the neutral. There's just always somebody up. But that's 2 times in a row now that they hit that neutral, guy gets instantly incinerated, and they keep it locked down. Do you think Ultra's doing a better job maybe picking up C over the last minute or so?
It's just, yeah, but like it's still weird for me from Paris because AB is the preferred side on this map. Like, why aren't you just attacking B over and over again? Like, I know they're trying to put a distraction on C, but it almost feels like they're going for AC a little bit too much. Like, there's just nothing towards the middle of the map. I mean, I guess you give props to the Toronto Ultra side, but it feels weird to me.
I think it's how much Ultra's been pushed up on B as it's made it so tough. I mean, they feel like they have to. They've got to shift some focus.
They haven't even been going towards B.
But the problem is when you don't get that C neutral, when you don't win a gunfight at C, now suddenly you get smoked. And it's Looney with a 5 spree. Now you're down 21 points in what looked like a tie game just a couple minutes ago. This has been a very good sequence from Ultra. 5 in a row for Cammy as well. Cammy's at 16-11. Looney's at 13-6. Classics at 15-7. They're just smoking Legion in the slaying department right now with 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Ultra, they take over the game.
Yeah, once again, you get 1 player towards C, but he's not able to finish that. And Ultra, they might get pushed up here, but a nice job, nice first half for Toronto Ultra.
Well, really just the final 2 minutes, man.
Yep, they're able to lock it down. They just got very comfortable.
Oh, a lot more comfortable dealing with the home flag. Like the nuisance, the annoyance. Everything that worked for Legion early.
But didn't even work.
Well, they kept it scrappy. They kept it close. I mean, it was a tie score. It wasn't a, almost a 30-point difference. But as soon as like 3 pushes got shut down towards C, they blew it up.
I don't like it.
Okay, all right.
I like it.
I like it, Joe.
I don't like it.
Call it out. Let him know, Joe.
It's weird to me. I don't know.
Put you on the map. Put you on the map.
To me, is this a strategy of, hey, like, we're just trying not to lose? Like, I don't know. It seems weird not going for that AB setup that we know a lot of pro teams prefer. But we'll see what they can do this second half.
You got the preferred spawn for Ultra, though. A chance to really put a cap on the edge they got in the first half. But Legion, they'll get B, and they'll enjoy a similar setup to what Ultra really dominated with. Already pushed out towards minecarts, like the backside, the A side of those minecarts. 1 more guy there. He's going to drop as well. So Ultra a little bit different. They're not worried about C. They put all the focus towards B. They take down 2, but can they burst on through? It looks like there's just enough of a hold from Paris. Now as that push gets thwarted, now they send Looney over towards C as he's got the Shocks-like position from the other side of it. So Looney will get here. That'll be a Simtex directly to the toe as he'll get blown off the map.
Yeah, and I guess one of the things can just be with how hard it is because they can't stack the flag right now, like how hard it is to get B. That's why there's so much emphasis on the home flags.
When you talk about that AP preferred setup, a lot of times when we're talking about how things were played, it's before that changed. Yeah. It obviously plays different, especially around B, right? And you can't just speed cap that and stack it when you get a wave down. It's like you have to win 2 full fights.
Well, with this pressure at C, there is 1 player that spawns out towards A for Paris. Toronto's got to be careful here, and I think that was Methods who just got taken down. So now you have the AB set up for Paris as all the kills start to go their way, and now it's their chance for a comeback.
Slowly bringing it back. There's the 2 cap now for Paris. Who's going to really come alive in the slaying department because it was very lopsided in the first half. You feel like eyes, especially on Dins and Shocks, how consistent they've been. There's the neutral, there's the 2 cap. This lead is going to evaporate very, very quickly for Ultra.
They have to get kills,
Kill feed just orange. It's Shocks that gets 3. Luca tallies 1 in as well. Still inside of bathrooms is Luca. He's got a chance to get him off the point. Yeah, Luca gets him right off the point. They have to keep focusing this. A nice pre-fire for Methods to shut it down, but then the next guy's up. Next guy comes in, it's Zed, who at least tries to delay that as long as they can. making the AB setup look good, but in through vents comes Cammy. He's got a chance to flank on through. He gets the kill. You saw it from Dinz's POV. Cammy immediately wraps back towards minecarts, but he will fall.
Yeah, if he gets that kill there on Luca, he's pushed up. Methods can get right on the flag, at least probably get a neutral. But now just a 2-point lead. Methods trying to open this B lane up for his teammates, but you see the trophy systems down. Him and Cammy working together. Can he win the first gunfight? Both players doing the exact same thing, tries to get aggressive. This setup is there, though, from the 3 Australians. Luca, Den, Shocks, all contributing right now. There was a neutral that went down, so now a 6-point lead for Paris. This is what you want to see from that AB side. Just consistently being annoying towards the minecarts, continually putting pressure on that C flag.
How big was the lead? 30, right, for Ultra?
Like 27, yeah.
That disappeared quick. That's what a 2 cap and a neutral will do. Now it's a 3 cap. So not only did the lead disappear for Ultra, but now they might just get worked. How many points can Legion secure over this stretch? It's still Zed inside of Bathrooms. He wins 2 separate one-on-ones. I think he's going to get a third. Zed gets all 3 at mid-map and gets away with his life. Zed will continue to just flood towards this C site and work the neutral. That's going to be 4 in a row from Bathrooms, as he has just made the toilets his haven. And because he goes so big, it allows the reinforcements to come in. Now, I thought it was going to be a neutral, but they won't quite get it. And they might risk losing B, so maybe a little bit over-aggressive from Legion might cost them.
All right, so now you know you have 2 minutes left, 23-point lead, and this is what you can do. Play around this time. Continue to neutral flags, as Luca is doing a great job right here. He's going to get the neutral. Now he's going to play the clock. So 22 points.
And that's a huge neutral, considering the scoreline and the time.
And behind this, you can see they're starting to push towards B. They're playing a little conservative. They don't want a 3 cap to go down. They don't want their home flag to be neutral.
I think they were waiting for someone to try and get into vent room, but he wasn't able to do it. I think it was Kismet that was trying to fly in for the pinch, but Bance takes him down.
So Toronto isn't in a neutral, but look at that spawn for Paris. How do they spawn C there? That's going to be a free neutral. That is tough for Toronto. Probably shouldn't happen, but it did happen.
It did. Now, yeah, that might be the nail in the coffin for this map 3 for Ultra.
That is tough.
Denzel secure C. They'll have the AC setup. Now scrambling everywhere is Ultra. They've got to have, what, a 2 cap and a neutral, a 3 cap at this point, if they're going to bring it back. And it just doesn't look good, just due to the setup you have. Basically, the bottom side of the minimap just completely locked down to control A and C from Legion.
Yeah, I mean, when the game gives you 2 spawns at the opposing flag, yeah, it makes it pretty easy to lock down. Thumbs up.
But Legion turn it around massively after the first half dominated by Ultra. I think it was what Cammy Looney Classic I called out that were all around like +8 to +10. They slow down hugely. Paris, I think the combination of their guns heating up and maybe some blessings from a spawn standpoint going to be the reason they're going to get this W. They'll take map 2, they'll take map 3, they'll take the 2-1 edge. And just a reminder, every match today is an elimination match. So loser of this best of 5 is done and can look forward to the rest of the season. Shocks is going to end this on a 5 spree as he just started cooking. Almost immediately when I called it out, I said Shocks has to come alive. He had like the 3 kills right after that, and he gets all the way out to 27 and 19. Shocks with a splendid performance, and Paris with a big victory, a big performance, some blessings mixed in there, but they get the W nonetheless.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you still had the lead for Paris. It was just the one chance Toronto has to get back in. They get
exactly
pushed up, and I mean, the 2 players spawn behind them.
There was nothing gifted to them when they chipped away at that 27-point lead. Yeah, what did Denz at 14-4 was the game too? Like, that was just that was incredible. And we're hearing that the game is ready, should be starting momentarily. We'll go to hard point on Hackney, and yeah, this is the focus of the minimap right when we get in. Who's spawning on the right side? Who's got that coalition spawn? And what can they do with it? What kind of lead can they turn it into? Because if they don't have an early lead, throw everything Joe and I have set out the window. But typically that's the focus.
All right, so it's going to be Paris right off the start.
That's not good news for Ultra here. Down 1-2 in the series, and
I mean, you're hoping if you're picking this map, though, like, you figured it out, right? You know what you want to do. It's just, can you execute? And yeah, it can be tough.
This first wave or 2, you feels huge.
And I mean, yeah, you might lose tire shot, but there's plenty of places to come back into this game.
Well, let's see what the scoreline is, though, after tire shop. I'll be curious to see what it's at. They send 2 towards first, 3 look to try and push all the way and flip spawns early, but it's Zed that's going to be lying in wait. He's able to come away with a big one, but you still have one over there. But the fact that Zed got 1 kill, he survives just long enough for that safe spawn to stay in. That's what's crazy about it. There's one guy on the right side of the map, you're still going to get that spawn. As now Paris starts to light up the kill feed, that's going to be 5 in a row for them. Shocks carrying that hot streak from map 3 right into the hard point. And it's going to be 20-0 to start this one early.
Yeah, what's interesting, because we saw this yesterday against New York for Paris, is Luka and Dens, they run double M4s. Like, they might be one of the only teams that I've seen that have run a double AR setup on this map. You know, most teams prefer 4 MP5s just due to the pace of it, due to the fact that you have to get into those smokes, you have to get sort of down and dirty, especially on like a hill like tire shot. But when you have the coalition side, you can basically guarantee the good spawns for the first couple of hills.
Unless you screw up, like
yeah,
you have to get world starred.
Like, yeah, you can set up with those double ARs, and it's just so difficult for Toronto to get across the map.
It was close. I think Zed, like if Zed got picked, didn't get the 1 kill, maybe the spawns get a little bit strange early, but he takes one down with him, and I think you're seeing exactly what we were talking about. It's Ultra spawning out deep. It's Legion with complete and utter control of the backside of green. One tries to sneak through in Cammy. Can Cammy make the play to disrupt this?
Yeah,
but look
like,
how spawny close. I think what did Kismet just spawn? Basically shot him in the back, but he spawned 5 feet behind him.
Just spawned back side of that firehouse. I mean, that's just exactly where you're at. It's so deep in that corner. And well, with 20 seconds left, I mean, Toronto's probably thinking, let's set up for next.
Wait, what did we say, 80?
Yeah, we said 80.
Is it going to be exactly? It's going to be exactly 80? Oh, there you go.
But they did a great job even on first, right? It was 35-16. I mean, you got to think of Toronto. If you're not going to put emphasis on the spawns, at least hill time. Hill time has to be there on that first hill, and it's just not. So as we head to smokestack, Toronto, you can see they're putting a lot of emphasis on green. They're trying to force Paris Legion to go through that warehouse right through middle. You have nobody on the hill as Paris is going to get 3 kills.
So now this is but all right, if you're Ultra, even if you don't want to admit it, this is what you expected coming into this map. Like when you know you're spawning that side, you think you might be down 80. So now is when the game kind of starts if you're Ultra. It's like we have to bring it back. This is where we have to mount the comeback. So this is that big hard point you would think, and it's still getting locked down by Paris is what's frightening about this, is it's still Kismet inside of the hard point at 10-5 with 3 kills in a row. As Luka comes in on the pinch, feeds Kismet the kill. Paris Legion keep on eating as Luka keeps on frying.
I mean, yeah, the problem is the slaying right now is just so one-sided. When we pull up that scoreboard, you will see it. You have Classic, who's 4-12. You have Looney, 2-10 right now. Everybody negative on the Toronto side. Yeah, the key to victory for Paris was guarantee those respawns, and they're doing it right now with this slaying power.
Well, into green we go, and it's early control yet again for Legion. It's a 100-point advantage now through 3 hard points.
And Zed might flip this spawn. Zed's position, that's great for next as well. Another money hill when we go docks building, and Zed's just done it.
That is quite literally worst case scenario if you're Ultra. Worst case scenario. If there was one hard point that you really were going to rally back, because you know how difficult smokestack is, you can contest big time at green, but docks, the final hard point was your big chance to get back into it. Then maybe you can flip into a better job through first and second, but Zed with the play just buries Ultra. Like, this lead's going to get disgusting. It's now 5 in a row for Kismet as well. He's 20-7 as Kismet just toying with his food, just slapping Ultra within this map 4.
Yeah, I mean, Zed right there with like an Envoy type play that we just saw all day yesterday from Chicago. He knows exactly where he has to be. He flips those spawns, and now you just see as dock building is going to spawn up. Guess where Paris is spawning? It's just right next door.
How many times have you mentioned talking about the fact that it is hard to blow teams out on hardpoint? It's difficult. We can talk about Azir Cave and Gun Riley. It's very hard to blow teams out.
Even this map, yeah.
This map, I think, just due to the nature of the opening, like you really can, but this is still the most lopsided hardpoint I think you and I have commentated without question. Yeah, it's 165-39.
This might be over the next 2 hills.
Ultra just getting destroyed right now. Legion with the favored side going in. Legion with the heads-up plays. Zed making plays. Kismet at 24-11. It's not, I mean, you could highlight everyone basically. Zed's even. Everybody else is nearing double positive right now from Legion. The slaying simply too strong. The strats
And it's what Zed's doing. So even with Zed being even, like, the fact is he's playing ahead. So what does that mean? Like, you're going into the enemy spawn. Because, like, right, he's playing 1-on-2, 1-on-3 versus that team sometimes. So, yeah, if he's coming out even, it's pretty solid.
That's a win. That's a win, too. So it looks good for all 5 as Legion look to get over that 200-point mark and put this game to bed. But this is why you're not going to see a lot of hacking. I don't think you are until there's some sort of shift in either spawns or the ways that teams look to attack that opening from the opposite side, like the weaker side.
Yeah, I mean, I just think if you're going to pick it, this first hill, right off the start, you have to get 30 to 40 points. Like, you have to negate tire shot. That's just what it comes down to. Your emphasis.
So it almost comes down to first more than second.
Your emphasis has to be just getting as many points as possible on the bad side.
Or just making sure that the other team gets like none. Like, contest as best as you can. Know that maybe then you're down 40 or 50, not 80. Kismet and Dens locking it down. 20 more points needed for Legion. They walk away with this series, and Ultra, their home series hopes in London, will be shut down.
This might not end for a bit unless Paris can get in. You can see Lucas set up with that enforcer to spawn trap in the team, spawning back Firehouse. I mean, you do have one player from Dens. Got close, but that's as close as he's going to get. So may not finish at this hill.
Yeah, they get to enjoy tire shot from this side of the map.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier.
Yeah, you're getting some kills, but Kismet still 31-16. Hell of a game for him.
Just, one person stepped up big time in the 3 maps they're going to win in a row. It was, Dins went huge in the map 2. Shocks goes huge in the map 3. I know everybody you can say here in the map 4, but it's specifically Kismet, just a monster performance.
Yeah, and I'm going to give props to Zed, too, because in maps 3 and 4, he was just that annoying player in the back for Paris. Like, he was the guy making the plays that made it just so much easier.
The guy you just have to worry about, the guy that you need to have the comms on point to deal with. Just getting in the enemy's heads. We'll see if Legion can end it here. Into the hard point they go. Now 10 away. 5 are going to drop. Spawning out towards first will be Ultra. That should be all she wrote as Paris look to move on today and fight to be home series victors. They still have a lot of work to do, but Kismet closes out on 3 maps in a row for Paris. And there's the W.
And now they're going to have that rematch against New York, right? In coming into this event. The interesting thing with the format is that we thought there was going to be a lot of rematches, right? In these lower brackets. So how are you going to change your vetoes up? Are you going to play the same maps? Was it just a slow series? So that'll be a fun match later on today. Yeah,
I think I like this bounce back from Paris too, because doubted obviously before Minnesota. They go 2-0, and I think everyone really starts to hype them up. Like, they're going to be good.
If you go 0-2 here, you're
exactly.
We're like scratching our head.
100%.
Like, what is this?
100%. Like, I feel like that chip on the shoulder maybe went away a little bit, but then once they lost that first series, like, all right, time to remind people we've got what it takes to make a run. And there they did. That was an excellent series. It didn't look good after map 1, but after that, it's all him as Josh is getting the boys hyped on the stage.